unboxing is Unstuck by Barbara D. And whoa, Barbara D has really been hitting it out of the park these last few years. She's a pretty prolific middle grade author. Let's see, some of her books are here. Haven Jacob Saves the Planet, Violets Are Blue, My Life in a Fish Tank, Maybe He Just Likes You, Everything I Know About You. I can't really read that one. Star-Crossed. And so this one is about, I think, writer's block, Unstuck. And so let's see. Layla is thrilled when her 7th grade ELA class begins a creative writing project. For the past year, she's been writing a brilliant fantasy novel in her head, and here's her chance to get it on paper. The plot is super complicated, with battle scenes and witches, though basically it's a semi-autobiographical story about an overlooked girl who has to rescue her beautiful, highly accomplished older sister. But writing a fantasy novel turns out to be harder than simply imagining one, and Lila finds herself stuck, experiencing what she realizes is writer's block. Part of the problem is she's trying to impress certain people, like Rania, her best friend, who's pulling away, and Miss Bowman, the coolest teacher at school. Plus, there's the pressure of meeting the deadline for the town writing contest, where Lila is determined to win first prize. When Lila shares her writing problems with her superstar older sister, Dahlia, she learns Dahlia's big secret, which is causing a very different type of writer's block. Can Lila rescue her surprisingly vulnerable sister, both on the page and in real life? So it's a story about creativity, family, and friendship, and how to find the words you need most. So here's lots of praise for all her books. And here's all her books. And so we'll just read a little bit of the beginning. The blank page. Okay, here we go. What I've been waiting for, the chance to share my story. Not just the random bits I've been writing in my head or scribbling on notebooks, but the whole thing from the absolute beginning. I mean, I guess from the absolute beginning, because what exactly is the absolute beginning? The day Astor is born, or runs away from home, or first spies the one-toed beast that's tracking her every move? But so much happens before all that. And it's stuff I should probably explain in the first chapter. Seriously, if you don't know about the defectors or Oleander the Witch, or how Astrid's big sister is basically kidnapped, nothing in the plot will make any sense. And this story gets incredibly complicated, although in a good way. Really, there's so much action. It could be a whole series. I wonder if Miss Bowen will let me keep writing. I bet she would when she sees how much there is to tell, because she's the kind of teacher who lets you actually create. Unlike Mr. Delgado last year, who made us write 5-paragraph essays on topics like why kids need limits on screen time. I mean, literally 5 paragraphs, not 4 or 6. Once I actually wrote 7 paragraphs, and he made me smush them together so that I had exactly 5. It's amazing I survived 6th grade without my brain leaking out of my ears. And now Miss Bowman is smiling in my direction, making eye contact and nodding. Go ahead, Lila. Why don't you start writing? I smile back at her like, no problem. Here I go, writing my story. Seriously, Ms. Bowman is the coolest teacher in the entire school, even if she thought my sister Dahlia was a genius. But I don't hold it against her, because teachers always think Dahlia is a genius. It's what my parents think too, and of course, Dahlia agrees with all of them. Anyway, I click the top of my favorite gel pen, blue ink, extra fine tip, not too clunky in my hand. When Miss Bowman told us about daily writing, some kids said they could write only on their laptops. Mrs. Bowman says she'd like us to begin our stories in spiral notebooks, although later on we can switch to tablets or computers if we want. I don't think I will, at least not until I have a first draft. I like to feel a pen in my hand and see my handwriting on the paper. It just seems, I don't know, more personal somehow. All right, cool. Yeah, she just writes, Barbara can just really get you engaged into that story, into that character's head, and making you feel very empathetic towards them. That's her superpower. So thank you to, who's the publisher again? I can't remember. This is a Junior Library Guild book, by the way. Aladdin. Thank you to Aladdin for sending me Unstuck, and thank you for watching.